You are now tuned in to the Brown Spade. So now the Supreme Court just overpassed the affirmative action bill. The affirmative action. So what is my take on that? What do I think about that? Well, I do know that the affirmative action was implemented before I even existed on this earth. But I will say this. Right now, I'm a retired firefighter. And I'm from the city, and for those who don't know, I'm from the city of Atlanta. Oh, we say Atlanta. But anyway, what does affirmative action mean to me? Here's what I do know. I know that certain jobs we were not able to get the people that came before me. Again, this is before my time. They were not able to get certain jobs. And I'm talking about public service jobs. You see, even in Atlanta, even though Atlanta had black people there, Atlanta didn't always have black firefighters. Atlanta didn't always have black policemen. So when I think of that, this is the first thing come to my mind, because I'm thinking in my mind, if affirmative action was never implemented, those black firefighters who went through the proper procedure to become a firefighter, not because they're black, because they was given the opportunity, if it wasn't for them guys, I would have never been a firefighter. If it wasn't for them guys that paved the way, and some of those guys are still living, so it's not like this is some slave ship story back in the 1500s, 1600s. Some of those guys are still living to this present day. But if it wasn't for those guys, they encourage other people to come in and to become public servicemen, both firefighter as well as policemen. So that opened up the doors. That law, just that one law opened up the doors. Because have that affirmative action never been implemented, I probably never would have been a firefighter. And if I never would have been a firefighter, I probably never would have had the opportunity to retire. So when I think about it, when I think about affirmative action, that's what I think about. It was the opportunity that was given to people before me that inspired the people after them. And once they opened the door and showed that they can do the same job, they can go up under the same test and qualify. That's what I think about. I also think about, when I think of affirmative action, I think about people like Oprah Winfrey. She benefited from some of that law. And she's a billionaire. And when I see those other anchormen and anchorwomen who are on TV, especially when I was a little boy, a lot of us wasn't in those spaces at those times. A lot of people don't realize that. Now, granted, people would say in the current society, it's not necessary. I'm going to let you decide that. I'm not here to judge is it necessary now, but I'm just telling you what it meant to me. And what type of doors it opened to people that look like me. That's all I'm saying. Now, yes, we are living in a current time. Yes, we are. America is a very, very diverse culture. And also, let's not forget, affirmative action was not just for black people. it was also for women. And a lot of white women capitalize off affirmative action as well. And I'm not trying to make this a white or black thing. I'm just speaking facts. And so when you had other ethnic groups, once when America started opening up the door and letting other ethnic groups come in, a lot of them benefited as well. So that's what it means to me. I mean, it's crazy that even Clarence Thomas, he was part of that. If it wasn't for affirmative action, he never would have been in the position he's in as a Supreme Court judge. And then he turned around and signed the bill to get rid of it. I just thought that was, I think it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Again, I'm not here to say, do we still need it or not? Guess what? My opinion really doesn't count. I'm living in a beautiful country now, outside of the U.S. I have no complaints. But I would love to hear your comments on what you think. Again, if you haven't subscribed, it's Brown Spade. One word, Brown Spade. Don't forget to press that like button. So, and I just want to end on this note before I show the video. Again, it's not just a black thing. There was a lot of women, not just black women, white women, and other women of different ethnicities benefited from affirmative action in certain spaces. This is a fact. So again, this is not a racial thing. But anyway, I'm going to also play this video that I pulled up with Judge Mathis. And I'm going to share this video in his spiel. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this video.
This week, the hypocritical and corrupt Supreme Court struck down affirmative action. I call them corrupt because this is on the tail end of two of them being found to have received gifts from billionaires who may have business to come before the Supreme Court. Affirmative action, as many of us know, is a policy designed to level the playing field for black and brown students whom have historically been denied an equal education, and also to create a diverse student population that advances positive race relations among all the races, particularly amongst what we're going through now. With the belief it is, if you diversify a campus, that we'll know each other. And we won't fear each other. Different cultures will know each other. And they won't buy into the negative stereotypes that they see on the 5 o'clock news that paints black and brown people as more destructive than they are. And so that's what we need to learn of each other, because if you see it on the 5 o'clock news, but you see more of it on your campus, you know that black folks, brown folks, and others aren't the stereotypes that you've heard or that you see. That's why we must come together and create that diverse environment. So, however, the decision didn't change the policy for diversity in the military or for athletes, which says to me, you can run, shoot, and jump for the country, but you can't get an equal education. Ironically, Uncle Clarence Thomas was admitted to, and I call him Uncle Clarence Thomas because that's endearing. People call me Uncle Judge, call my wife Aunt Linda. Everybody knows that's a new slang. If you don't know it, learn it. Anybody talking down to you, some folks need to. But yes, he was admitted, Clarence Thomas, to college by an administration that supported affirmative action, as I was. And he admittedly benefited from affirmative action. The difference is that he's turned his back on black people. And I'd rather be broke and homeless than to abandon a policy that allowed me to go to college despite having only a GED. I'm not confused. Clarence Thomas is. Officer.